Welcome to Metal Gods TV.
Over the years, you completed many tours.
Yeah.
Back when rock was real rock and roll.
Yes.
So, just to break off gently and start off gently, what would you say your wildest tour story is?
I don't have one. I
Oh,
wish
come
I
on,
had one,
Nick.
because everyone has a really wild. Let me think. I think probably when Malmsteen tried to kill me, I think it's probably a good one. Yes, on one certain show, I was wearing, of course, my dark glasses, and I walked off stage in somewhere in the States. We're doing a gig, and accidentally during his solo, I tripped over his guitar cord and pulled it out. I was going back to the bus to get another beer, and I went out to the bus, and he comes running out from the stage, gets hold of my throat, and does this and presses into my throat. And he said, "You fucked up." He said, "You fucking pulled my cord out, didn't you? Cunt." You know. I said, "No." I said, "No, I didn't." I said, "I just came off stage. I went to get a beer." And he thought I'd sabotage the show. Would I want to do that? No. I said, "It's the last thing I want to do in ever." You know. And anyway, he got grabbed around the neck by one of our roadies and said, "You touch Graham again, your neck is broken." And that was the night we fired Ingve, and it's history. He went on to a better career. And he deserved it too, because I always thought that he was a guy that was like a solo guy in a way. He didn't really need a band to be around him. He was a star on his own, and thank God that he, after all these years, he's changed his mind and now we're friends again. But that was a horrible, horrible night. I really thought he was going to choke me.
Oh.
So it's not a good story, but it's a true one.
Would that possibly coincide with, like, because I like to ask sort of band members this, like the most embarrassing moment on stage? Do you think that would
Embarrassing?
be your...
I think in Hawaii, I was very sick, and I'll tell this one, shall I? I was very sick. I was very, very sick. I had my wife and kids over there, and there was a bug going around the hotel, and there were 11 people that were ill in the hotel with food poisoning. And we had this big gig. It was a great gig. We played for the college every year. We used to go over there to Hawaii to play this place. And unfortunately, if I moved, there'd be brown stuff coming from my butthole.
Oh, no.
So to go on stage and actually try to sing was like, what the hell do I do? So I actually lay in bed all day. The doctor gave me a bunch of shots. And he said, "You shouldn't really be doing anything today, young man." I was young then. I remember that. And so what I had to do was have the shots, get some toilet paper, and basically plug it. And I stood hanging onto the microphone all night. And our keyboard player said to me, "Graham," he said, "that's the best thing you've ever done." You know, because I wasn't, running around. Yeah, I was, static. I was there, and that was it. The microphone was holding, the stand was holding me up. So that's kind of the most embarrassing, because I wasn't sure if that thing would go, and there'd be a kind of a little stream of brown stuff.
Oh, no.
Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. But that's it. That's a good one, I think. Ish.
Thank you, Ryan. Okay, so do we go?
What are the best and worst changes you've seen to the music industry in the past 30 years?
What's that say again?
What are the best and worst changes that you've seen happen to the music industry over the past 30
Well,
years?
I think now, because it's the way it is, there's no longer albums. You can go into a store and buy an album. The chart is not the same. Everybody's downloading music. I think that's the most upsetting thing to people of my age, because it's kind of like, what the hell is happening? How do you sell your music? Well, you do sell the music, I know, but it's so different, and getting used to it is very hard. The music, I think the music needs to develop more than it has done, because it's not going anywhere to me. I haven't heard anything on the radio or wherever, or nothing new is being developed. All I hear is kind of rehash of bands that I've heard before, with a bit of distortion and a lot of noise going on, and people who can't really sing but have auto-tune, whatever it may be. I want to hear something new, like the first time I heard Jimi Hendrix, the first time I heard Queen, the first time I heard Beatles, When is it coming? It's got to come soon, otherwise we're going to go round in a circle and go down the shitter, I think, because there's nothing new.
So do you think the music industry is dying,
Oh, yeah.
declining?
It is in a big way right now, I think. And the only way to get through to people is to play live. So that's why everyone is going out and playing live. It's the only way to show that this is what we're doing, this is what we are, this is the new band, this is the new songs. And it's the only way to do it. And that's what we're doing right now. All right. Hi, man.
What was it like stepping into a band like Rainbow, and how much influence did you have over the change of the sound of the band?
Well, that was... I didn't think I belonged in Rainbow, to be honest with you. I didn't have the right hairstyle, I didn't have the right kind of gear, the clothes were wrong. And when I heard the Rainbow stuff, I had to go out and buy, the albums to listen to it, because I had a song to learn called Mistreated. It was my audition piece when I went to meet up with the band in Switzerland. So I went out and bought the albums. I'm like, no, I don't fit this. I don't sing like this guy. Why would they want me? But Richie had heard a song called Only One Woman that I recorded back in 1968 with my cousin, Trevor Gordon, who recorded the Marbles, and the Bee Gees wrote the tune for us. And it was sort of a soulful song, and he wanted someone who sang in that range, blah, 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 that kind of thing. But I went over there and did my thing, my Mistreated song, which was my audition piece. And they said to me, the job's yours, do you want it? It's yours. But I didn't think I was right. Anyway, it was okay. I went back after going back to England and going back to Switzerland again and carrying on with the recording. And the manager of the band, Bruce Payne, decided it was time that the band was like radio friendly, and he had this idea of recording a so-called pop song that was written by Russ Ballard, and it's called Since You've Been Gone. So we heard this song called Since You've Been Gone by a band called Clout, a girl band. And we're going, well, how can we do it? It's too sweet, it's too nice. So we sort of made it a bit more rock. And fortunately, it did the band a great deal of good, because suddenly they're on the radio, and I was too. Oh, yeah. And it was a new career for me. It was a brand new career, and I never thought that would happen in a million years. I wasn't sure where I was going, with my voice or whatever the hell, So it was a great time. Thank you, Chris. Nick? Thank you.
Mick from Metal Gods TV. Obviously your career spans a lot of years, a lot of bands. Are we going to be getting that sort of set tonight from everything?
Yeah, a little bit of everything, a couple of new ones from the album. Hey, Chris, what are you doing here? And we're doing like, the Alcatraz stuff, MSG, a bit of MSG, a bit of Rainbow, of course, and probably two of the new ones from the new album, The Book, which is called The Book, tonight. So a bit of everything, yeah.
And out of all the songs that you've done over the years, have you got a favourite that stands out you never stop singing?
Since you've been gone. Is that a good answer or what?
Yeah.
I'm being politically correct there.
JJ. Hi Graham, JJ from Firestorm Rock Reviews and Final Dynasty here. The book is a killer. Welcome back, buddy. It's a killer.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm proud of it too. It was a labour of love, I tell you. And it took a long time to put it together, but we finally got the right answer. It took me about 2 years to actually pick the songs and then develop them with the band. And I wasn't sure, but you never know with your new baby. Is he going to grow up or is he going to do nothing? And this one I think could grow. I'm very happy. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
Plus also, you said there's nothing new in the music industry. However, your 3D video was new to me.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, we went to the top of a building in Los Angeles, downtown, and the director of the so-called video said to us, look, I'm going to put this here, so I put this little thing down, which is a little camera, and he said, do what the hell you like. And so we're running around and being stupid. I said, well, why are we doing this? He said, well, what's going to happen is, when you get on the computer, you use your mouse to go around, you can see people. You want to look at the drummer? Look at the drummer. You want to go around the back of somebody's head? You can do that. And with your phone too, you can tilt it around. I was amazed, because I'd seen it once before on something else, but never on a music video, so to speak. And I think it worked very well because people were kind of like curious what it was. So I think it was a good selling point. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's really great. Yeah.
Hi, going back to talking about the evolution of the music industry and saying that you're waiting for like the next queen.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, investment with the new bands is becoming increasingly difficult. So what advice would you give to young and emerging bands in today's musical climate?
Well, I would say look after your money, first of all. I was my business mind doesn't work. People of my age, however old that is.
21.
Yeah, 23 actually. But so I knew nothing about signing checks or anything. First of all, take care of the business. You've got to be really business savvy. I am still not. I just started signing checks again, which I've gotten how to do over the years. Because I had a tax guy, a personal manager, a band manager, a bank manager, etc., etc. So you're last in line to know exactly what's going on with your bank account. And I tell you, you suffer. I was talking to Ronnie Dio about this, and I said to him, how did you do when you were with Rainbow? Was it good for you? He said, not as good as it should have been. And so if I could say anything to people young, coming out to play music. That's one thing you have to be really careful of because you're ripped off royally.
Yeah, with the lack of major investment nowadays into new emerging bands, how do you think we are going to find the next Queen or the next Metallica, etc.? Or do you think what we now class as our mid-level bands,
What's that? Say again?
or do you think that what we now class as the mid-level bands are going to be classed as the headliners of the future?
Possibly, because you never know how they're going to develop. You know how their musical achievements go on. You know, are going to develop into a great band or not. But as I said, so far I've heard nothing that goes, yeah, that's it. A lot of it is the same, but I don't know. I really can't give an answer to that because it's a mystery to me how I got to where I am. So how can I give advice to somebody who's 20, 30 years younger than me and say, this is the way you should go, boy? I'm not your dad. It's very, very much touchy-feely. Is it going to be good this way? We're going to do this with this band. I'm not sure which way to go, but I think I know. But for a band, you've got to really think and rethink and ask advice from people outside your career. You know, I think. You know.
You've worked along probably some of the most talented guitarists ever to record music. Schenker, Malmsteen, Blackmore. Who would you say is the best out of the three?
They're all great. They're all great, man. I mean, I can't. What can I say? They're all so different. I mean, when I heard Richie play for the first time, it's like, bloody hell, that's amazing. That classical shit. And I mean, I was amazed by that. And then along comes Yngwie later and Steve Vai, Danny Johnson, and they're all great in a different way, but they all have their own style. When Steve Vai joined the band, when he was in Alcatraz, he was scared not to be like, he was going like, I can't play like Yngwie. And I was telling Giles, our manager, about that day. He was shivering before we went on stage. We were playing with Girls' School, I remember, and we were opening up for them somewhere in the state, in LA. And he's going like, I don't play like Yngwie. They're going to throw shit at me or something. I said, no, you don't play like Yngwie at all. You play like Steve Vai.
So who's your favourite style out of the guitarists you've played with? Who's your favourite style of guitar?
I think, well, actually, the albums I've made, I think the second album with Steve playing is one of my favourites. It's a little bit more progressive, I guess. It's not going straight down the road. He's taking a left turn here and there. He's very inventive with his arrangements for guitar. So I like working with him personally, but I don't know what the rest of the band may say about that, you know. But that, for me, as a songwriter, singer, he was perfect for me. Yeah.
We'll go for one last question. Who's got it?
No! Woo!
What can we expect from you tonight, Graham?
Hey?
What can we expect from you tonight?
Probably a striptease, I'm not sure yet.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm not
there.
taking my penis out. Watch it. I might, Chris, no. All right. No, it'll be, as I said, it's a bit of everything, you know, sort of a variety of the songs we've recorded over the years. Some solo stuff I've done, you know, and the band songs I've done with MSG and Alcatraz and Rainbow. So it'll be a bit of everything. And I think the band will be great. You know, I'm really proud of them. So have a listen, then you'll see. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
Right. One more question?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, what would you say is the most memorable moment of your career to date?
Being with the Bee Gees in a room in London in 1968, I have my acoustic guitar out, playing away, my cousin by my side playing his acoustic, Barry Gibb over here playing his acoustic, Robin and Morris, and singing Beach Boys tunes and Stevie Wonder tunes.
That's amazing.
And going, what are we doing here? You know, I just come down from Skegness, you know, a Skegness kid, going to live in London, you know, and this happened like overnight. We played in the club in London, and it just happened to be the Bee Gees' old manager there, so we got to meet up with the Bee Gees and just go and jam with them. My cousin Trevor used to be in the Bee Gees when he was 13, so there was like a connection there anyway. And we did this thing, and in walks Robert Stigwood and said to Barry Gibb, he said, I want a song for these boys tomorrow, Barry, do you have one? And that's when we recorded Only One Woman about a week later. And that record went to number 3, I think, in the chart here, which was mind-blowing to me, a skeggy kid, you know. But that's the most memorable thing. I thank Barry Gibb, and I do to this day. I wrote to him just recently. Barry's got a new album now, by the way. And so has Chuck Berry. But he's one of those guys that I love to death, and Morris and Robin were my close friends, and I miss them. And it's a tragedy what happened to the family. It's just unbelievable. Now he's just got his sister Leslie, and I can't imagine how Barry feels right now. You know. But thanks, Barry, and thanks to Richie Blackmore for making me turn that other corner and see what else I could do. You know.
And, thank you, everybody. Wonderful questions.
And now for something.
May God have mercy on your soul.